Hey everybody, it's been a long time, about a week now, but I'm back at it. I'm gonna do some retro spaceball, and hopefully you guys missed me as much as I missed you. It's been a long time. Uh, it feels like longer than it has been. So yeah, I miss streaming, and it's gonna be nice to get to know some new peeps today. So. Hopefully someone stops in and starts chatting with me. But until then, I'm gonna just start where I left off because I barely remember where I was at. So I'm just going to hit play here and see where I'm at. Sorry about that. And we're off. Alright, so the bullets are fixed, that's cool. Oh. That wall still works, that's nice. Alright, now I gotta relearn how to play the game here. Now, one feedback I was getting was that you accidentally dash too much, so we're gonna have to fix that. Now this still looks pretty ugly there, but part of that is because I got lazy with the textures, and the other part is because I have them overlapping poorly. And the audio is a little bit loud, so we can easily turn that down. Got the size increase going. I didn't see if the dash text was there, I wasn't paying attention, so I have to check that out again later. Oh, that was pretty close. I think I'm actually having funner now that I died. More fun now that I died. I'm having funner. I gotta say, this is nice. It's been a rough week for me. Lots of work, not a lot of payoff. Alright. What the fuck is... what's going on there? That's not good. What is that, level 3? Or is that level 2? I don't even know. Oh. Gonna need more shield than that if I keep on getting hit. Yeah, after taking a week off, the music sounds great. Actually, I really like the music. What's going on with that bad guy? Oh, he's dead now. I need to remember that. What level is this? Scene 5. So level 2 and level 3 are has some issues. Whoa. Where'd it go? That's too funny. You know exactly what it is, Cookie. Stretch for his face. Thanks for the laugh. I appreciate that. I was just talking to myself earlier about how much I miss this game. And how awesome the music is. Oh. Yeah, I'm just playing it because I totally don't even remember like where I was at. Kinda. I mean, there was like a boss. Bullets. And how have you been, Cookie? Ah, the other bullets aren't hurting the bad guys. I know how to fix that. You've been not the worst. How's your Escher project going? Pretty good, that's good. Good is good. My day's been okay, I guess, compared to days prior. Someone parked in my parking spot. And it pissed me off for like a split second, and then I was like, that's not worth getting mad about. I mean, it is assigned parking, and I did pay for the parking spot, so, you know, gotta pick your battles and shit. And I did go to the grocery store, so I talked to another human today, so that was cool. I mean, other than, you know, chatting on the computer here. I don't have anything wrong with that. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with communicating only online or whatever, but it's nice to talk to someone's face with, like, speech. Time to time. Oh, I keep dying here. Yeah. Some people still do that all the time. Yeah. It's totally last decade. Back when people used to, you know, use speech. It's always a nicer interaction when they're like paid to be nice to you also. I can do it. I'm so close to the top. Go. Oh no. Yeah, and I was proud of myself for not waiting until the last minute to get groceries, too. So, like, I didn't feel like a dick. The last, like, 3 times I've gone in there, they have, like, half the doors shut, and, like, they're obviously trying to get people out of the store as I'm walking in the store. I mean, luckily I know exactly what I need, and I'm, like, super quick at the grocery store because I fucking hate shopping. But, still, I don't want to be that guy. Go, go, go! Oh, oh, no. Fuck! God damn it, motherfucker. Now I'm gonna die. Oh, fuck. This game's fucking hard. Fuck Walmart. I fucking hate Walmart. Fucking ruining the fucking planet. Sorry. I'm very cursing a lot today. Probably has something to do with that project that I've been working on. But I'm not a big fan of Walmart. Fucking smells in Walmart. Fucking people look at you like you're gonna steal shit. They got like secret shoppers that follow you around and shit. I couldn't tell if you were joking or not. I thought you were seriously like, oh yeah, Walmart's a great place. You got everything you need there. So, remember back when I was interviewing last week? It's not that the project's not going well, it's just that I'm really sick of one of the people on the team. He's like the third in line, so he's like kind of just telling me what to do and shit, and he doesn't know shit about fucking games. He's a voice actor. So, I mean, he's not a bad voice actor, but he does not know what he's talking about. Like, it's enough to where I'm thinking about leaving the project, because it's just like, I don't want to deal with that. Like, I don't have to. I'm not getting paid to, and I don't think it'll be worth it. Honestly, I think that if they're allowing people like that to have a leadership role for the game, then the game's not going to work. The game's going to fall apart. You need professionalism, and they're lacking it. And of course, I don't sound very professional talking crap about him, but at the same time, it's like, he's like, hey, let me see what you're doing. So, all right. It looks low poly. Like, you're looking at 14 million vertices. Well, why doesn't it look like Outlast? Like, probably because it's not textured yet. Like, well, why aren't you finishing the texture? I am. That's what I'm fucking doing. I'm texturing it. Fuck, man. You know? And you know, he knows that I'm texturing it because I've been talking about it for days now. So I felt like working on something else, and I can't play this level anymore. I'm gonna skip to the boss. But yeah, I mean, it's not like it's a bad project or anything. It's a great project. The game looks like it's going great. It's just, yeah, you know, and like, not to talk too much shit, but it's like the other people clearly don't know what they're doing. I mean, the one modeler knows what he's doing, but he can't say a thing without it having some type of underhanded remark tied to it. Like, and the first thing he said to me was that he left his last project because it was an abusive team, and obviously that abusiveness is rubbed off on him. He thinks that that's the only way to work on a game, is to be abusive to one another. And no, that's how you tear a project apart. And also, he pretty much explained it that he was jealous of my role, which is not even a role yet. It's them being tested as a modeler. And he's like, well, how come you're a 3D artist and I'm just a 3D modeler? It's like, pretty sure they just put the artist part on there because I'm doing concept art, not because of any difference in modeling or whatever. So ever since then, it's just been underhanded remark after underhanded remark. And then the other modeler, he's like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's like, he's showing me a model, and I'm like, see these really sharp edges there? Like, we're not gonna be modeling like that for this game. He's like, well, you could fix that with a normal map. It's like, there's things that you can fix with a normal map, and then there's some vertices that need to be smoothed. You know, there's a huge difference. And it was like a chair and what we were looking at is like, you know, the arches in the back. It was like a wooden chair or something. There's arches in the back. It was a fucking pyramid shape, like a, you know, like a triangular prism with a joint in it. And it's like, that's not what a chair looks like. Normal map. Well, how come there's not a normal map on it? If you're gonna rely on a normal map, fucking put it on there. But enough venting about that project. I'm interested in working on my own stuff again. Oh, and I was gonna say, yeah, remember how I was getting interviewed? I finally received word back from the second people. The first people never got back to me, which is, well, they asked for references, and then they never got back to me after I gave them the references. So I'm assuming that they had another candidate. Yeah, games these days can have over 100 polys. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. I mean, there's a time and a place for low poly modeling. There really is, and it's not as easy as people make it out to be to do it right. You know, look at Quake, for example. Quake did a great job with extremely small number of polys, and the guy wrote a book about it. The book's pretty decent. But yeah, I mean, by no means would you ever need to go that low for the entire game. But yeah, so this interview, they're gonna have me do a second interview for this custom frame plays. So they obviously liked me, so that's decent. But I didn't realize that they had left an email and a voicemail until yesterday at 11 o'clock at night, and they wanted to interview today. So I, like, you know, yeah, doing good low poly is definitely an art in itself. It's not super easy. It takes practice. A largely lost art there. That's the truth. I mean, well, the fact of the matter is that you can go high, but once you go high, you can't really just go back down low. You know, you can always go higher. You can always add geometry, but taking geometry out is easier said than done. Oh shit, that ain't good. Well, fudge sauce. So anyways, this interview, oh, and then I die, of course. The interview should be cool, I guess. I don't know. I'm not super excited to work in framing again, but like, these people seemed like way more professional than the last place that I was at. And the last place like literally fired me because of my dreadlocks, so I don't have dreadlocks anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. And you know what? People look at me differently now that I don't have dreadlocks. Like, yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't, you know, make as many friends at a concert or a party, but I don't go to concerts or parties anymore. And I don't get scowls from strangers anymore. In fact, if I smile at them, they smile back, no matter what they're thinking or whatever. They automatically be like, oh, that person's smiling, I'm gonna smile back, which that's the way it should be. But when you have dreadlocks, that's not the case. They look at you like, why are you smiling? You shouldn't be smiling, look at your hair. And it's, you know, that's people for you. Like I said, I don't really care if I lost my street cred. I'm barely out ever. All of my real friends, well, my online real friends, know that I'm cool without dreadlocks. But yeah, I mean, I got that interview lined up, and then I got another one on Sunday. So yeah, I got an email and a voicemail that I noticed at like 11 o'clock last night, and I was like, oh shit, I'm fucking up. I'm paying attention to this project that isn't paying me and treating me like dirt, and I'm not paying attention to what's important, which was this email and this voicemail that I received, and just wasn't paying attention. I mean, seriously, what happened was, it's not that I wasn't paying attention, it's that I was getting, like, blasted. My inbox was bolstering. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's cool. I totally understand. I mean, people with dreadlocks are just way cooler people in general. You know, they always know what they're talking about, and they just make more sense because they have, you know, mold growing in their hair essentially. Yeah. Oh, go. Kill that boss. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm assuming the one place is out, but then this third place is a paint and sip studio. I don't know if you've ever heard of such a thing, or if I mentioned it before. I can't even remember. But paint and sip is where you basically get drunk and paint. It's like a party for old people or something. I don't even know. I don't even know who goes to these types of things. But I know how to paint, and I could teach painting, and I think I'm fun enough, and I think that I'd do good at it. So I did a quick painting last night of, like, because I'm gonna be tested, of course. Everyone tests me these days. Go, go, go! And it turned out pretty nice. I was using art tape, and the art tape I was using was fucking cheap and ripped the paper, but I fixed it. You can't even tell. Which is part of being an artist, fixing mistakes. Make it so people can't tell you've made a mistake. But I'm excited for that. It'll be fun to try something new like that, and I think I'll do good. You know, I used to be a stage performer and DJ and all that stuff, so I mean, I know how to have a good time, and know how to make art. I'm also pretty good at explaining shit to people. I mean, dealing with drunk people is another thing, but I don't think they're allowed to get drunk. I think they're just, like, allowed to get tipsy, you know? Like, I'm sure people will get drunk, but, like, you're not allowed to bring hard liquor, so that'll help. I think it'll be fun. Funner than not working, not getting paid. It's only part-time, too, so it'd be, like, weekends or something, so I could, if I get this other job, then I'd be, like, working all the time, but I could have money. That would be cool. God damn it. Oh yeah, wait, they're both dead. That's not good. They're supposed to stop. Oh wait, no, they don't stop. Now the ball can go up? Yeah, the ball can go up now. So the animations worked that time. But I think the last time they didn't. Last week or whatever. I really don't even know how long ago it was that I stopped streaming. Oh shit. Oh. Whoa. Alright, I made it up. I need to make it so those things stop shooting. That's what I need to do. Alright. Fucking beat it. 1 month. Shut up. It has not been a month. Oh man, I need to take my shoes off. I just realized they're still on. No, it hasn't been 1 month. Stop that shit. Music. I'm gonna find out how long it's been. because now I want to know, how do I do such a thing? Wait, is that it? Shit, it's been 2 weeks. That's crazy. Damn. Slacker time. Hey, I've been working fucking hard those last 2 weeks. So hard that I don't even remember how much time's passed. Yeah, I think I spent over 40 hours on that model in the last 2 weeks. So that's like pretty much a lot. You know, I don't think it has been 2 weeks. I think I messed that up. It's got to be a better way to tell. I forgot how to use Twitch, it's been so long. "15th? Shit. So nearly 14 days. "10 days. I went 10 days without streaming. Well, just about 10 days. So 40 hours in 10 days, that's a lot of work. Just to get pushed around by someone who's fucking like 10 years younger than me, fucking doesn't know shit about development. But what you can do, you know, move on. Alright, I'm trying to remember what I was gonna do. Remember Scene 5 had an issue. There's definitely an enemy hidden behind somewhere here. I don't know how I'm gonna find it. Oh, there he is. No, that's not it. Oh, I see him. There he is. Fuck. You're not supposed to be there. What's going on here? That actually works pretty well. Hidden enemies. There was, oh yeah, these fucking level blocks are all fucked up. I should fix the menu issue that I had. Oh. Menu. What was it? What was it called? It wasn't this one, was it? Oh, it's just called menu. Okay. Well, that fixes that. Level prior to that. Is it this one? No. This one. Oh. I have to refamiliarize myself with my own game here. That's sad. What's this all about? Is it on both sides? It's on both sides. Okay. Oh yeah, and then scene 6 had that fucking issue at the top. What the fuck? Suppose that'll happen from time to time. I had a duplicate that I was unaware of. Alright, so I need a script to make the enemies stop shooting. Oh, and the enemy itself needs to get hit by all the bullets. That'll be easier. I'm gonna do that first. Get it out of the way. Where the hell are my scripts at? Is it E something? Something. You shoot? It's gotta be like an enemy hit zone or something. Is it hit enemy or something? No, enemy. It's gotta be it. What's going on here? Finally. Shit. Alright, if I hit stun. There we go. That should take care of that. Easy enough. And as for the enemy, how the fuck does the enemy work? I mean the boss. Is it just an enemy? Enemy shoot, boss aim. Boss aim. Shooting. Side target. If active. There. At least I haven't forgotten how to code. It hasn't been that long. Not that I ever really knew, but I haven't lost anything. Right, so now I need to turn active off from another script. This one. Boss keep track. That should do it. I think that'll be the one. Yeah. Awesome. We're gonna call it awesome. So what are you working on, Cookie? Are you working on the Escher project, or are you working on your VR thing? Boss. A random study? How do you study randomness? Just like throw a whole bunch of paint in the air and see how it lands? That's how I would study it. Probably make a mess doing it. Better way to do this. Where's the other boss script? There's like a third one. Weak point. Target, that's what it is. Boss hit. This is where I want to be doing it, not in the boss keep track. I really am interested in your random study, though. I have a feeling you just mean that you're sculpting something like a person. Yeah, you seem to be a pretty logical-minded person. I don't think you're doing a random abstract study. Not that you're incapable. I just don't see you as that type of person. So what am I doing here? If I hit one, it's gonna stop. Two? No, it's just gonna stop one. So I still need that here. Sales. Yes. Alright. This one's gonna be linked to that one. This one's gonna be linked to that one. Target L. Turret L. Target R. Turret R. And then boss keep track. Turret 1. Turret 2. Turret 3. I should test it, but I don't even want to. I better though, because there's a good chance the animation's not gonna work. Oh my god, yesterday I was doing something. I was cleaning the seeds out of a jalapeno, and I saw something out of the corner of my eye on the floor, and like instantly my post-traumatic stress disorder from living in a apartment infested with cockroaches like snapped, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck was that? And I looked, and it was like this insect with like long legs, brown, looked like a cockroach. And I got a closer look at it because I was freaked out, and it didn't like scurry away, and I was like, I automatically felt better. And then I looked again, and it was a cricket. I was like, holy fucking shit. I was so happy that it was a cricket. I didn't even kill it. I was so happy. I was just like, oh my god, this is the best cricket I've ever seen. And I hate crickets. I hate the sound that they make, and they're annoying as fuck, right? So eventually I'm still like making my salad or whatever, and I'm like, man, fuck this cricket. And I go to like, you know, step on it, but like I hesitate, and I didn't really want to step on it. I was barefoot, and like, you know, I don't really like killing things, but it's my house, you know. It's like, what the fuck is he doing in my house? So I missed, but like it got away, right? And it was like freaked out, and I totally scared the shit out of it. And you know, that's all gravy and stuff, so I'm like, whatever, I didn't kill it. Oh, and hey, my script's not working. Look at that. So then, now, fast forward to this morning, and I'm waking up because my phone's going off, and I'm answering it, and fucking dealing with people on my phone and shit, and I don't have my glasses on yet, so I'm like fucking blind. And all of a sudden, this fucking brown dot starts running at my face. And it's the cricket, and I can tell just because of the way that it's jumping at me. And it like, I narrowly dodge it, right? It's aimed at my face, but I it's like swoop out of the way, and it misses. And I grab it, and I like cup my hand, and I open my window, and I throw it out the window. I didn't kill it. It lived. It's crazy though. It's like it heard my phone go off, and it triggered it to like run at me, like to either like scare me the same way that I scared it, or just try to get out my window or something like that. I don't really know what its intentions were, but it was weird. It's a very strange thing. Just really glad that it wasn't a cockroach. And it's not like I'm afraid of cockroaches or anything. I'm afraid of infestations. Fuck that shit. Because if there's one cockroach, there's a fucking million of them. If it's already gotten to the point where you can see the cockroach, it's too late. Because they fucking hide. You catch spiders. What do you do with them when you catch them? You just like put them outside or what? Spiders never really bothered me all that much. Yeah, I used to live in the forest. Just toss them outside. See, I used to live out in the woods in Illinois, and it was pretty far out, you know. I mean, people think of Illinois as being like Chicago, but I was a good 40 minutes from the city, so it was out there, you know. We get these hobo spiders. I don't know if you maybe you guys have a variation of them out there, but it's essentially it's like a house spider, but just as venomous as a brown recluse. So it's like a aggressive house spider too. So it'll like seek you out and like drop down on your head, and their bite is venomous enough to kill you if it's a large enough spider and they get you in a good spot, or if you're like an infant or an old person or something like that. In fact, most brown recluse deaths aren't actually from brown recluses or from these hobo spiders, because brown recluses are reclusive. They don't go and bite you unless you like put your hand in their box or something like that, you know, because they're like living in a box their whole life. That recluses don't really leave the corners of the room or the box, you know. And they're stupid little guys too. They'll like get trapped in a corner. They're like, fuck, there's two walls and they're combined, they're joined in the center and I can't figure it out. They'll just be stuck there in the corner and you know, die there and live their whole life and die in the corner because they can't figure out their way out. But these hobo spiders, they have like extremely good vision. They will like find you and like attack you. And they do that thing with their legs where they stick their legs up and they're like, ah! And it's freaky, you know, because they'll like come at you that way, even if it's like a little tiny guy. So I got relentless with them, you know. My saying was, it's us or them. Because quite literally, they would take over if you let them. So I would just fucking kill them. I'd put them outside, they just come right back in. Fucking the place didn't have very good seals. It wasn't a rental property. It was owned. My dad owns it, and it was like old, you know, built by him and his uncles in the 70s or in the late 60s. They built it with their dad, and none of them were like, you know, master craftsmen or even builders. They weren't carpenters. They just had the means to build a house, you know, and they didn't do a very great job of it, needless to say. So anyways, by the time that I was living there, well, first of all, let me say this place was never fully furnished. It was always to be a cottage, and it was always a party house, even when my dad was a kid. Like, my mom and my dad used to party there when they were young. So, it's never fully furnished, and by the time that I was living there, it's essentially dilapidated. It's pretty much completely dilapidated now. During the 10 years that I lived there, the water stopped running. Electricity was getting like squished by a tree, which is kind of funny. Like a tree grew to squish it within like 5 years, which is funny. Because the place got struck by lightning a couple times, and the first time they like hung this wire, and then like, or no, I don't really remember what they did the first time. I think the first time it just fried everything. Like all of the electronics were fried. So we just got new electronics and everything worked. The second time, it unbalanced the load or whatever. I don't know how you describe it. That's how they described it. So everything was all funky, you know. It was like the lights would jitter and stuff. It was really weird. And so they put in this line from the neighbor's transformer, because they don't have a transformer for every property out there. So we get this line that's dragged across the woods, and then it's like, you know, dangled across the trees, which is like a really bad spot for it. And then so it's like attached to this like pole, like a utility pole next to the propane tank, and and like they put like a little meter on there, and then they dragged the, or no, they didn't put a meter on there. They just dragged the line from the top of this pole down across the lawn and attached it to the meter, right? Which was essentially attached to the breaker. So they're like, oh, we fixed it. So it's like, oh, that's cool. What are you gonna do about this line going across the yard? You know, like this main going across the yard. And they're like, oh, well, it's winter, so we're not gonna bury it. We'll come back and bury it. So it's like, okay, that's cool. So like, a few years later, like, there's some electricity problem because there's like fucking trees on the neighbor's lines, you know. So when the neighbor's power goes out, my power goes out. So I'm like helping my neighbor with his trees with the chainsaw because he's fucking too lazy to do it himself. And I wanted my power back, so I'm like, yeah, I got a couple chainsaws, you know, I'll fucking help you. And so we're cutting on these trees and fucking finally get the power back on, and ComEd's out there helping us or whatever, the power people. And I'm like, hey, by the way, y'all said you were gonna fucking bury this line, and you never did. And they're like, no, we wouldn't have said that. That's something you gotta do on your own. You gotta pay for that on your own. I'm like, well, it's buried now. So many people have driven over it. It's in the ground, you know. They're like, yeah, you should really get that checked out. Like, yeah, I don't have any money for that, so thanks, but no thanks. Which is, you know, it's whatever. The line was buried now. It didn't really matter. So this line is up against the pole, and this tree starts growing, right? And it just squishes it, like, and then the tree got big, so like, when it got like gusty, you know, and the tree had like branches to you know, be hit by that gust, it started like fraying it, right? So the wire was exposed. Like, seriously, by the time I found it, it was exposed, and there was like burn marks from where it was like, you know, really hot at points and shit, and my power was fluctuating like crazy, and I couldn't use like the toaster oven anymore, and like something happened with my oven and shit, like things were breaking that were plugged in and shit, which was like the main reason why I wanted to get the power checked out. But like, I was the one that noticed that, like, hey, fuck, that's fucked up. And that was the same year that I didn't have water. And they never fixed the water, because that's like a fuckload of expense. That's a huge expense. And so I just lived there anyways without the water. I mean, they had a lake, so it was like, just bathed in the lake. Flushed the toilet with the lake water. I got, you know, carried buckets of water. Didn't have internet either. And those are the years that I was teaching myself how to program. So I just learned on my phone. And that's about it. So what's going on with these guys? They need something. Turret. Oh, we need to make them active. That's pretty easy. But yeah, the spiders, man. One time, there was like this big rainstorm, and it was like the first rain of the spring. So like, you know, like things were warm for a while. Warm enough for the spiders to like go out and, you know, be all up in the trees and shit. Well, you know how like a spider brain works. Like, they're like, oh, these trees are great. That's the best spot for bugs, you know. It can't get better than the trees. And then all of a sudden it starts fucking pouring. And they're like, oh shit, we're all gonna drown. We're all gonna drown. And I don't know what it is, so they can like sense fucking warmth and dryness, especially when it's raining. So all of a sudden, all of these fucking hobo spiders are like caking the fucking screens. And you know, I didn't have air conditioning. So of course I've got all the windows open, and this, like I said, the windows don't fit the frames, and the screens don't fit, and the screens have holes in them, and you know, mosquitoes inside the house was like a daily issue there, especially in Illinois. Fucking crazy mosquitoes. I'm sure you know you get mad mosquitoes out there. I'm positive of it, because you're not too far from Wyoming, where the mosquitoes are the size of fucking hummingbirds. But yeah. So these spiders are all of a sudden just fucking attacking the house, and like I noticed it because there was one like right behind my head. Like if I would have put my head back, it would have like squished the spider. Fucking crazy. I think I was going nuts, and I was just killing them left and right. I think I killed like fucking 5 or 6 like within like 30 minutes that were like in my like visible range like during that storm. So yeah, I would get relentless with the spider killing. I'd fucking I get like that spider spray that's like really bad for the environment, really bad for animals, really bad for everyone. And I just like sprayed it all over the fucking frames of all the windows and the sides of the house, the perimeter. Fucking you know, it was one of those pump sprays too. So like by the time I was done spraying, my hand was like fucking blistered and shit from pumping the spray. Although the coolest ones were the golden orb weavers. Those are fucking sweet. Alright, so it killed turret number 1. That's awesome. Or turret number 3 for that matter. Then we get these other ones. I don't know what they're called. They're fucking huge. They're like the size of the golden orb weavers, but they were quick, and they didn't make webs. They would, well, I mean, I'm sure they made webs, but you never saw them with a web. They'd always be hiding in the wood, like trying to pretend that they're wood, you know? Because like in a tree, you know, you wouldn't be able to see them right away. But like when they're on your door or on your couch or whatever, you know, anything really, they would just like kind of chill and just be like all big and scary and shit, you know. Like, I mean, I'm not scared of spiders by any means, but like as far as spiders go, they're fucking scary. And they're quick, but like not quite quick enough, right? So if you like squished them with your hand, they would like get away just fast enough where you'd like get their legs, because they had these big fucking, I mean, these spiders are like this big when they'd be like in the house this big, just like hanging out, like, oh, fucking the size of a fucking cup holder. And cup holder, what am I trying to say? Coaster, size of a fucking beer coaster. And yeah, they would just like, their legs would just like pop right off. They're like super fragile. So then they'd be like trying to get around with like fucking 3 legs and shit. Go, go, go! Yes. So that works well. I'm pleased with myself there. Could make the animation stop on these guys. Wonder how easy that could be. As simple as just turning off the animator. I'm gonna do a little test here. What the fuck is the animator? Okay. Yeah, just turning off the animator. Or I could do another state to make sure that it lands on the dark color. That's probably the most pleasing way to do it. Here I have active. I would just have to make this active, unactive, onactive, deactive. I don't even fucking know. Brain's not really working. I think not active would be the correct way of saying that. Yeah, gonna do that. Oh, I did the wrong one, didn't I? What the fuck? I didn't change both of them. Oh, I did. What I'm doing anymore. Control Z. don't have a dark one for that. Could make one. Or red. Red will work. Gotta get rid of these hidden enemies. Ain't supposed to be there. Oh, that's you. I thought that was my team. I was ignoring it. That's pretty cool. I like creature. Oh, character. I thought I read creature. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, pretty dope. I was gonna turn down the music. Where is that? Scenes. Start scene. Oh, did I just hit don't save? What the fuck am I fucking thinking? What the fuck? I just fucked all that up? Really? Oh no, it saved it. Cool. Oh no, but the enemy, that wouldn't be saved. There it is. Oh shit. The blocks are all fucked up. Damn it. Which way's the front? That way. gotta turn the turrets on again. think this track is one of my favorites that I've made. It's really hard for me to decide, but I think this is the one that I like the most out of all of them. Every single one of them. So I got another job offer from some random recruiter who thinks that I would make a good automated car operator. It's $20 an hour. Full time. But I don't know how I feel about operating an automated car. That does not really sound that appealing to me. Like, I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to just sit around and fucking monitor a fucking computer. That's what I do naturally. But I don't want to be like have my life in the hands of a robot that doesn't work properly yet. If they worked, then they wouldn't need me operating it, right? I was talking with one of my buddies about it, and they were saying that well, I brought up, like, you know, what if someone hacked it? You know, I could totally do that, right? And they showed me this video. Totally, people can hack cars, like to the point where you can steer it. You can blare the music so you can't turn it down. You can blare the air and fucking stop the engine on the highway. It's that's fucking crazy, man. Hacking cars. Fuck that. Die. I won't die. Won't you die? What is going on here? Looks pretty dead to me. Cannot stop yawning. I have to eat dinner. Where the fuck are the animals? There we go. It says it still is. Oh. Animators aren't set up. Something happened where the fucking thing didn't animate. It was like too quick or something. Whoa. I'm gonna increase the wait time.
I'm crazy over you, baby. Girl, you make me smile all the time, 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 all the time. La 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 la. And every time I see your face, ooh, you make me smile. Sha la 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 la. She really, really good. Hey, I'm crazy over you, baby. Girl, you make me smile all the time, 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 all the time. Said the wicked no one keep calm. Last time I don't like. Know what I want. Every day we sit them up and not inform. They want food we know under the ground. Said the wicked no one keep calm. Last time I don't like. Know what I want. Every day we sit them up and not inform. They want food we know under the ground.
I love this song because one time, I barely talk to my dad ever, don't really have a close relationship with him, and it's kind of random whenever he shows up. Even when I was living at, the cottage where, he was only like a couple states away. One day he came over and I just finished this song, and I'm like, "Hey, Dad, I bet you can't figure out who I'm sampling here." And he's like, it's the Beatles, Lonely Hearts Club Band. I'm like, how the fuck did you know that? Apparently it's obvious to old people. I did not think anyone would have fucking figured that out. And he knew right away. I was like, what the fuck? Made John Lennon sound like a rapper. Alright, that seems to be working, that's nice. The sample that's coming up, this dude talking, I actually asked for permission and he gave it to me. He's like, just don't make me sound weird. And he was actually describing and filming what I was actually describing to you, which is why I was interested in it. Oh, if you're still there, Cookie. Totally had a video of what I was describing. It was a really shitty video, but... work. Oh. I need an explosion there. Hey, and those two things are still animating, that's not right. I need more levels. Yeah. The game is far from completed. But levels would be good. Need more art. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the amount of levels for this next build. So I'm kind of just making the build as cool as I can before I like go into the next build. which will then have more levels, hopefully another boss. But yeah, I agree, more stuff is needed, or art, or things. Still haven't put in switches yet. More mechanics and stuff, for sure. More features. But part of the reason why I made this game was to prevent feature scope, because that's what held me back in my previous projects, was that I was just adding features and features and features and features until all of a sudden, like, hey, this game is gonna take fucking years, and I've already spent years, so I kind of fucked that up. So I think it's more important for me to focus on what's really important. So like save state serialization and stuff like that, I think that might be also one of the things that go into the next build, but possibly more important than more levels. But you're right, more stuff is needed. Definitely needs more stuff. But first I gotta fix the stuff that I've already got. What the fuck is going on with these things? This one needs a center mission controller script thing, or base. Turbase, that's what I was calling it. Turbase. And what kind of stuff would you like to see in my game, Cookie? I don't think I've asked you that. In fact, I don't even know if you've played my game yet. Have you played my game? Played it a bit? Cool, thank you, I appreciate that. And you don't know? Huh? Can't expect too much from you. It is my game after all, I should know. Call it. Man, I'm losing it. Not active, that's what it needed. that should take care of the base, or the boss. just not working. Not the way I want it to. Fuck Because with that wind zone, it's way too big. You did? Because your other one was scratched? Show me on Discord which one you got. I'm interested. Mine is about, fuck, 4 years old now. Shit. Man, my first one was like some first generation shit. Your Intuos is no longer supported by the new drivers. Why not just download the old drivers? That's what I do. Is it a new version of ZBrush that you're using? Is that 4.8R that you're using on ZBrush? And when did you notice the issue? It sounds like an issue I'm going to be facing too, because I don't even know what I have. Yeah, it just says Intuos. But I know that I'm using old drivers. But yeah, oh, you've got 4.8R. Yeah, I'm using 4.7R, so maybe that's one of the differences. If I can install the latest drivers, like I said, I'm using an old driver. I'm using like a bamboo driver or something like that. 4R7, 4.7R. You know. Obviously, you know the difference. Yeah, shit, man. That was the issue that I was having with my old Wacom, was that the drivers weren't supported and I couldn't get it to work on a new computer that I got. So I was like, fuck, I need a new tablet. Them bastards, they gotta make a way to make money. How much did you spend? I think mine was only like $100. Man, I'd be pissed if I had like a $2,000 Cintiq or some $3,000 Cintiq and fucking drivers stop working. I'd be fucking pissed. It would like, yeah, that'd be some shit. Sorry that you had to go, that you're going through that. That's bogus. I mean, you gotta have pressure sensitivity, especially in ZBrush. Like, barely use the software without it. I mean, sometimes it's helpful to use a mouse if you're going for consistency. But how rare does that actually occur? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fuck that, man. Spend all that money on a Cintiq and have it just like stop working. You're forced to use low sensitivity. Let's see. I see what you're saying. You just have to tap a lot more. Then your undos get fucking huge and Which creates a whole bunch of issues with your memory. You have to save more often, all that shit. That would suck. That sucks you're going through that. I feel for you. It can be done, for sure. But yeah, that's like learning a whole new technique rather than just like having it the way it's supposed to work. That's bogus. You got the medium size too, that's pretty cool. So you did both of those models with your shit not working right. That's crazy. But at least you get a new stylus too. Mine's like, oh, I didn't like the grip on this one. The grip sucked on this. It's like not squishy enough, so I cut off the grip on a marker that I never used. That works pretty well. I still have like a hard spot on my finger from it though. But yeah, that same thing happened with the other one. The rubber started to rot on my fucking stylus before the tablet was no good. The stylus was like impossible to use, so I took parts of other pens and just put them on there. It's not pretty, but okay. I ended up giving it to someone who had a Mac and it worked fine on their Mac. I was like, you can have it. It broke in half and you still used it? Or it broke after you used it for years? Wow, that's crazy. I mean, not crazy of you, it's just crazy that it still worked. I mean, the eraser didn't work, right? Did the eraser still work? Or did you have to, you probably had to like, I guess the plastic breaks and the wires are still cool? Things use fucking magnets, right? I hate when you're in ZBrush and you accidentally use the eraser. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Why can't I smooth anything? It's like it still worked 100%. That's awesome. Probably just had to be careful with it so it didn't snap on you. How many tablets have you gone through? A breadboard. I imagine that's some type of circuit board. I'm not an electrician. This is only my second tablet. I started getting the first tablet I got was in 2005. I think. Could have been 2004. It was 80. Then the next time I got it was 90. 3 or 4. Shit. When did you start using a tablet? When you were 15 or 2015? Obviously when you were 15. Wait, what year though? I mean, not that I'm trying to figure out your age, but like, I started in 2005. Right on. That makes us pretty close in age, by the way. Only 32. That's pretty cool that you had access to a tablet when you were that young, though. I think I was 18 or 19 when I first had a tablet. But I was also a musician, so most of my toys were guitars and stuff for a long time. And I still have them. I have not sold my stuff. Saved up for one. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I did not work until I was older. I was a very rebellious child. I remember I went out looking for work when I was 14, and they're like, we can't hire you until you're like 16 or 17, and I was like, got no problem with that. Went home, told my dad, I was like, they won't hire me, I'm not old enough. He's like, you gotta be kidding. Like, no, they're not gonna hire me. I think, fuck. I think I was like, I was 18. I got my first job. It's pretty late in the game, gotta say. I got kicked out of my house by my grandparents. Well, actually, it was my brother's fault. My brother threw a party and blamed it on me. And since he was working, it was like my fault that the house wasn't clean. So, got kicked out when Grandma showed up randomly at the cottage there. And it's like I had this buddy that like just moved into a one-room house, moved out of his folks' place, and I was like, "Hey man, I just got kicked out," and he had just let someone else live. So there's 3 of us living in this one-room house. Not to mention, I had a girlfriend. The renter had a girlfriend, and then the other dude had a girl that he was like seeing or whatever. So there was like 6 people that were always there, and then like we threw parties all the time, and the neighbors would always come over. There was always like 12 people in this one room house like every day. It's crazy. But dude was like, you guys gotta find a job. Me and my buddy went out, and they hired us together. Like, I went to McDonald's first, and they're like, I did really good on the math test and passed all the tests and stuff. And then you're currently not online. Start streaming live or run a stream test. Why does it say that I'm not online? What's going on with that? It looks like I'm online. You're not. You're currently not online. It looks like I'm live on the Twitch Inspector. Oh, apparently I dropped bitrate for a bit. Illuminati confirmed. What does that even mean? What are you trying to say? The Illuminati is confirmed. Of course the Illuminati exists. Yeah, but it looks like I'm streaming still, so that's good. I don't know why my stream help dropped there. So anyways, yeah, so I go into McDonald's and I do really well on the math test, and fucking manager or the owner comes out. This is like a privately owned McDonald's, not like a franchise. And she comes out and she says, "You're not McDonald's material." And I look back, and this girl that I had been seeing like a couple months or like a year, 6 months prior or whatever, was like giggling with her friends, right? And like, I instantly knew exactly what happened. You see, this person, the owner of McDonald's, lived on the same lake as me, me and my buddies, you know, we were fucking crazy. So like one night we were out drinking on the boat, and they had this Ronald McDonald statue. You know how they do, like at McDonald's they have the little fiberglass dude on the bench. Well, they had it in their backyard, you know, and it was like hilarious to us to like, you know, free Ronald. so we freed Ronald, you know, and being the artist that I was, I always had like markers on me and stuff, so I you know, drew a bit on it, put some symbols on there, and like I regret it, but I drew a symbol of mine, you know, this millipede of death, I called it. It was a millipede with a skull head that had like these antler things, and he's like giving the rock on symbol, you know, like that's a metal head. So millipede of death was on the statue, and this girl recognized it and turned me in. And they never pressed charges, which is great, because like, you know, you didn't really damage it. You can clean it off with alcohol, and we ended up leaving it at a haunted cemetery, at the gates of a haunted cemetery. So I mean, they found it, and they didn't know what to make of it when they found it, but they called someone from McDonald's to go check it out. The cops did, you know, and they found it, and sure enough, the girl they sent was this girl that I had been seeing, and she fucking turned me in, just like that. Rick Oakland did that. What? So I didn't get the job because of that. I thought that was hilarious. So the next day I go out, and my buddy's like, "Come on, man, let me go with you. I need a ride. We need to find jobs." So it's like, alright. So we go to this marina for some reason. I don't know why. I think it was in the paper that they needed work, right? And yeah, it was in the paper, and we checked out the ad, and they hired us both on the spot like that. They were like, "Yeah, you guys are perfect for the job." And it was the shittiest job. Of course, Brian was just turning 21, so they were like letting him drink on the job, and like everyone was doing a bunch of cocaine because they're out in the country where people are just fucking assholes and shit. So like, you know, he's like flirting with the bartender, doing cocaine with the fucking cook, and fucking and drinking on the job, and me, I'm scrubbing the ceilings of grease all day long, getting degreaser on me, because that's the only thing that would take it off, was fucking degreaser. The fucking cook, it's like I don't know how to clean a deep fryer, but you know, owner says I gotta do it, so you want to tell me how to do it? I'm like, dude, I'm like fucking, I'm 18, 19 years old. I don't know how to fucking clean a deep fryer. He's like, well, got this carton of deep fryer stuff, and I'm just gonna pour it in there. And I'm like, no, you should turn off the deep fryer, read the directions, and then make a decision. He's like, that's too much work. I'm just gonna pour it in there. And I'm like, you're fucking stupid. And he did. He poured it in there, like right in front of me, and it just bubbled up everywhere. And fucking this nasty fucking deep fryer grease fucking just all over the fucking kitchen, man. All over it. So we had to fucking shut down operations for the day. Like, it was that bad. And fucking, he took like a mop or something and just pushed it underneath everything. And then like started working again, just didn't deep fry anything. And fucking the next day, of course, I had to be the one that cleaned it. Fucking the whole fucking shit, man. That was my first job. So after everything was, after the health inspector came, right? That's what they needed us for. After the health inspector came, they were like, we don't have any more work for you anymore. So like, you know, sorry. And I'm like, well, that sucks, you know. But like, as he's saying this rich yacht owner, because this is a marina, right, on the Illinois River. So or no, it's the Des Plaines, yeah, Des Plaines River, which is connected to the Illinois River. So there's yachts on it, just really small yachts. So fucking dude is like eating and doesn't like the owner, right? But he's eating there, and then he's like, hey man, I just heard that you're not gonna be working here anymore. You want to work for me for a day? I'm like, fuck yeah, sure, dude. What do you gotta do? He's like, what do you need? He's like, well, I need a bartender at this fucking wedding, and we're throwing the wedding here, so you obviously know how to get here, but you'll just be working for me instead, and I'll tell you what to do when you show up. You know, show up at this time. And so I get there, and he's like, alright, first thing we need to do is go get the liquor. So we get this huge box of liquor from this you know, local home that's not too far from there. So we bring the liquor and set it up on a folding table with like cloth and stuff, and you know, just set up a you know, field bar, right, for this wedding reception. And they're setting up the stage and stuff, and I'm just like, fucking, I'm not really making people drinks, because everyone's making their own drinks, you know. Who wants to, when there's an open bar, who wants to fucking have a bartender who's like not even old enough to drink yet making you fucking drinks? And so I just pretty much sat there and drank with people that wanted to drink with me, right? So I'm getting drunk and working, you know, but you know, just taking out the trash, bringing ice up from the restaurant. Like, it wasn't hard work. I had a truck to help me, so moving ice was like, okay, fill the ice, put it in the truck, move the truck, put the ice down, we have ice, you know. So afterwards, dude's like, hey man, you did a really good job. Here's $100 tip. Like, on top of what he was already paying me, he just gave me $100. Like, it's pretty much just to like rub it in the dude's face that like I deserved a better you know, job than what was provided, right? So then so of course the work's done for that day, and then the original restaurant owner comes up to me and is like, hey, that truck is pretty useful. You mind coming over to my house, and I could you know, give you some more work to do at my house with that truck? So I'm like, alright, fine, I need the work, right? So I go over there, and I fucking chop down a tree, I fucking move a burn barrel, and do all this other shit. But I do it all within an hour, because I'm just like, yo, going at it, you know, thinking like, oh, maybe he'll give me a tip or something too if I like do it quick or something. I should have taken my time. He gives me a 20. He's like, thanks for that, but I don't have any more work for you. There's no work for you at the restaurant. So he tells me, he's like, you should go to college. I'm like, oh my fucking god, because that was what I was trying to avoid. And at that point, it was like, sucks, but yeah, maybe I should go to college. And my folks had been like, go to college, we'll pay for it, go to college. So it's like, alright, guess I should go to college. I chose art school, which is probably the fucking stupidest thing I ever did, but I love art, so, and I'm still an artist, so I mean, it wasn't that stupid, it's just very expensive. And of course, my parents didn't actually pay for the whole college, but they're still paying it off, so it's hard to say what's really going to happen, but, you know, they're not paying it off very quickly, so I'm pretty sure they're planning on leaving me with something, with the debt there. I mean, $80,000 is a lot of fucking money for a piece of paper, so, yeah. I don't know, can't complain. So yeah, and then it was pizzas, delivering pizzas for a long fucking time, like 3 different pizza places. I didn't work while I was in college though. I guess I worked in the summers sometimes. Yeah, did not spend a lot of time working. I worked for my uncle a little bit. Quit that because he was abusive, bullshit. Yeah, a lot of odd jobs and shit. I was always in bands though. Never really got paid a lot for that. What was I gonna do? I was gonna turn down the music. Save. It's helpful. hear what this sounds like. Huh? Should probably see what this dude wants. Nah, fucking hate that. Fuck that shit. Sorry, shouldn't have looked. Alright. I'm gonna hear what this sounds like. Pause this. It's not too loud. Probably stand to be out there, so it doesn't blow up your phone speakers. This is pretty freaking loud on the app. Did I ever fix this? Did not fix that. So that's an issue. Pause. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the what's it, the gravities? Pinball. Where's that shit at? Where's the update function? If not paused, should not be updating if it's paused. Right, I need a boolean. There's like a pause script somewhere. Or pause function script somewhere. Say it's on the player. Where the hell is it? No, it's in the game manager, isn't it? There it is, pause game. Pinball? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. It's not even in here. Nope, there it is. That is what it's called. Pip pinball. So that works pretty well. But the image should be on this menu. Okay. Well, shit. I think I'm gonna give it a rest for the evening. I think I'm gonna eat something and then play a game even. I mean, shit. Fuck. I haven't played a game in a long fucking time. I like playing games. Yeah, I think that might be what I do. It's, mental vacation is needed. But food is needed first. So I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna come back after I eat, and gonna play a game. Welcome to join me if you'd like. I think I'm gonna play Alien Isolation, considering that team that I'm working with won't shut up about how advanced the AI is, and I'd like to know exactly what they're talking about. And I did buy it while it was on sale because it was like fucking $10 or some shit like that, and it looks cool. I always like the Alien games. But no digital sculpting. Was that what you want to see? I am like burnt the fuck out on that model, I gotta say. Like, as cool as it looks and I'm happy with it, like, oh my god. And then, not to mention, I'm getting no direction, you know, like I think I explained to you in Discord, but like, it's difficult, you know, like, for example, right, I'm a designer, right, I can show you this stuff because it's mine and I own the art. I'm a designer, right? So let me find this design that I did for this wrapper. Where I take off. Where is it? I'll never remember what fucking folder it's in. Is it in this one? Oh, it's in another one. This one? No. Where the fuck is it? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. This one. No, it's not it either. It's part of my issue is like all my shit's just not organized. What the fuck? This looks here. Oh, it isn't here, I just overlooked it. Alright, so there's this CD packaging artwork now. Layout. So this is an example of what it takes to be a fucking designer, right? Let's start with comp 1. Comp 1. Alright, so we have comp 1. Obviously the front cover is not done on it, but these were images that they provided, and they're like, hey, you know, edit the images, make it look as nice as possible, and we're going to use it as a CD cover, so make it fit the, you know, the package design. So, you know, I turned it around and showed them where the insert was going to be, and this is still the first comp. It's just two different images so they can see what's going on. So here's the second comp. They were like, oh, do something with that, you know. And they didn't have the front image yet, but they wanted me to start on it. So I put the words in and started that shit, and it's just like, oh, we want the blue changed, and we want that image changed. It's like, alright, so we'll do that. And then we want something different, so I tried that, and I changed the image as well there. So then, you know, this is the same comp, but this is the template so they can see what's going on. Comp 5, let's see, I put the blue in there. That's the only thing I did on that comp. Like, oh, we don't like it. Try it again. Try it without the blue. Try it with the blue again. Try it with different blue. Here's finally the CD front cover came. And made one for the web and one for the CD apparently. Where's the rest of it? Oh, am I going backwards now? Alright. Comp 9, Comp 10, Comp 11, Comp 12, Comp 13, Comp 14, Comp 15, Comp 16. It took 16 comps to get this fucking album made, right? And it turned out great. They were happy with it and stuff, but it's like, fucking tell me what you want the first time, right? Like, usually I charge per comp. This guy's fucking lucky that I didn't, because it would have cost him fucking at least $10 per comp. That would be $160 extra just because he can't fucking make up his mind. And that's just insane, right? Fuck that shit. That dude is kind of, I mean, he paid me for that. Or they, I should say, him and his producer. But there was other artwork that I did for him that I did not get paid for. Which one was that? This one. He sends me this stuff from Instagram. He's like, hey, make something like that, but of me, right? Or no, not of him. Well, that was later. Later he wanted it of him. First he wants it of a girl that's like a B-girl, right? And he wants the hair like that and an illustrative style like that. So I'm like referencing all these B-girls, and he said he wants like pinup, right? So I basically like stole all these different images and merged them into one to make this thing. I'll start with the first comp. So here's the first comp, or no, yeah, preliminary sketches. So I did preliminary sketches first to make sure. He wanted like exaggerated headphones. They were too exaggerated. Fix the headphones. Fix, you know, some of the body and stuff like that. Added hair. In the end, this is where it ended up, because he just decided that he didn't want to pay for it. And it's not that he didn't like it, he didn't have the money for it all of a sudden, which is fucked up because I had already spent like fucking 6 hours on it or something like that. And I tried to charge at least $20 an hour for my fucking design work, so that's like a lot of money that I didn't get. I was kind of pissed about that. But since he was working with my buddy, you know, I still did other stuff for him. And this was something that I had done previous. Oh, yeah. They gave me the design direction and the images, and I just put it together for him real quick. I think I charged him maybe $25 for that. This one, same thing. They gave me the image and design direction, and I put it together at $25 real easy. They mostly trusted my artistic ability on that. Then this one was a little bit more difficult, but still not too difficult. He's like, I want you to illustrate me, you know, like. So I had to find the right picture, and basically the shoes were like shit on the image he gave me, so I had to redraw those. What's this? This was the references they gave me for the images. Yeah, so Death to a Whack MC, ended up turning out like this, which I thought looks pretty decent. Worked for a t-shirt too. Yeah. That was... So this was the image that I think I chose out of the ones they gave me. And they wanted that type of font. Yeah, oh, I already looked at that one. And this is how my kicks turned out. What's with this one? Oh, I was trying to do something, I think they said they wanted something more colorful. So I did my own little Control U in Photoshop with the, you know, square selection tool, rectangle selection tool. And they didn't like it, so I went with this. But what you gonna do? Yeah, so that, I think that's all of his projects. The thing about that guy though, he was it was, what is it? No. It says it somewhere in here. GMG? Where's that? Where's that album cover? Where the fuck that go? There we go. Oh. Yeah, GMG, which stands for Grown Man Game. That Grown Man Game. That's what it says there. That GMG. That Grown Man Game. And that's like his label name. That's his like his what do they call that? His motto. That's what he's into, right? He's like that Grown Man Game, yo, like fuck man. I'm a game developer. Don't talk to me about being a grown man, like, but you know, or playing games or whatever. I just he explained it like this, you know, having a job, having kids, and being a good dad and stuff. That's the grown man game. It's like, shit, bro. It's fucking gangster. Totally gangster. Like, I get it, you know, like, be a good person, like, take care of others, like, take care of yourself, you know, like, get shit done, like, those are good morals to have, you know, but, grown man game is your fucking rapping slogan, I mean, come on. Yeah, just sounds a little weird, and the music wasn't great either, but not to talk shit about my, ex-clients. Just wasn't a good experience, not a good working experience. But I'm gonna take a break and eat something, and then I'm gonna come back and I think I'm gonna play Alien Isolation because I bought that shit like a month and a half ago, and I still haven't played it yet because I've just been working too hard. But yeah, so I'm gonna take a break and be back. Peace.